I went out to this lake near my house and tried my hand at bird photography with another group of people who were doing the same thing. They are experts. I'm an amateur. It's my second time doing this, and I had a friend along to do it with, so I thought I could share some things that I learned with you guys too. These are some of the pictures I took. They're not particularly amazing, but uh, you get what I mean. And I used a 100 to 400 mm lens by Canon f4 and Canon 80D, my regular go-to camera, and the DJI Osmo Pocket for vlogging as well, so check that out. Links in the description below, and I'll be mentioning the appropriate gear for this kind of photography in the video. Enjoy. Hi guys, today I'm at a local lake around my place for a bird photography photo walk. So this is one of my first times, I can say second time, and for the first time I have a zoom lens with me. I was able to get this 400 mm, which is a beast. Anyway, so far I've got a few egrets, as I don't know what I'm talking about actually. I'll have to search these up. But with a group of other people here, just you can see them walking right over there, if you can see them. But it's a pretty nice experience just coming out here in the morning at 7. Not too early, but seeing these migratory birds around here, which you don't normally get to see because the water level is just too low here. And I'll come back once I get some good pictures. So we just finished taking pictures from this spot, and I can say that the results weren't so good because we're bad at this. Genuinely just bad at this. But there is one key thing that we've learned, that we need patience in the world of wildlife photography, and we should be happy with the mistakes we make because we make lots of them. Yep. The sun is pretty bad right now. What time is it? 9? 8:15. 8:15. We've been here for an hour. Not much. Let's come out of it. Oh, wait, look at that. So while doing bird photography, as I mentioned, we need a lot of patience to do this. To approach a bird properly without frightening it, we have to approach silently. It's advisable to walk in a crouched manner, in a zigzag style of walking, instead of approaching them straight on, because they'll probably see you before you even come and fly away because they're threatened. In order to make them feel comfortable, we have to make sure they feel comfortable with our presence. If they detect us and show signs of agitation, that means they are uncomfortable, and it's best if you back off a bit or stay there, don't move too much, and take your photo. That's the best you can get. It's better than having the bird fly away and losing the entire shot. This is the picture of a kingfisher I caught, and it was pretty hard to capture him because he kept flying away as I kept coming towards him. Now, I didn't use the zigzag motion because I didn't know at that time. The second it flew away, some other people told me to walk towards zigzag, and that's when I got this picture. An essential part of bird photography is getting close to your subject. Now, it does help having a zoom lens with you because you can get close to the subject even when you're far away. All those amazing pictures you guys see on the net, they are super zoomed in, have a very shallow background bokeh, and it looks appealing, and that's what we're trying to achieve. But with our limited resources, we cannot get as amazing images. Those people use 800mm lenses, 500mm lenses, maybe even 1000mm lenses, which cost upwards of $2,000. Now, that's an ideal situation, but what I do is take the best out of what I get. I had borrowed a lens from my teacher, who was also a wildlife photographer and was with us in the group, and I tried my best at the field. my friend from school, Rishi.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Sorry.
Okay.
Now, one more tip that I have is when you're focusing on a bird, focus on at least one of their eyes. It's fine if their tail, their wings, their legs are out of focus, but at least one eye should be in focus because you can't have their face blurred but the rest of the body sharp. It just doesn't look appealing. And if you want to capture motion blur, then it's essential to have at least one eye in focus while the rest can be completely blurred to show the speed at which the bird is traveling. To capture motion blur images, you need to have a slow shutter speed. It's recommended about 1/60 to 1/80 depending on how steady your hand is. And to compensate for the exposure, keep your aperture low. Around 11 to 14 is fine enough. If there's water if there's water surrounding you and nice sunlight coming in the morning like it was for me, try to keep your aperture at 14 to 16 to get those amazing sparkles in the water. So having a tripod and monopod, most probably a monopod, is advisable to keep your camera steady. Well, now we're done with our shoot and
Saw many birds. We learned about many birds. Many new birds. We also saw some migratory birds.
now I'll just go home and see which pictures are good and edit them. I'll show them. If you guys want to try your hand at bird photography, then you don't need to go to some lake that might not be so close to your house. It was for me, so I tried it there. If you guys have nothing like that, then you can just photograph pigeons or crows. They are not easy to capture. They are pretty difficult because they get frightened easily, or they just don't pose properly, or they just don't stay in one place. It's a very good idea to try on them. So I hope these tips are helpful for you guys. If you guys happen to use them, then please tag me in your Instagram posts and check out the links below and subscribe, like, share, you know the rest. Thank you. Bye.